I'm from this area, which is called Wentworth. It's just down the road here from us. Yeah, grew up, family, mom, dad, brother, sister. I went to Glenardle Primary. Senior primary, I went to Brighton Beach Senior Primary. And from there, I went to high school, which was Amawheelaboys, from grade 8 all the way through to matric. But I did play a lot of sports. Every term there was obviously a different type of sport. So we had like your cricket first term, your soccer the next term, and your rugby the next term. And as it went on, I just joined. And well, I excelled in all my sports. I actually wanted to study. Well, that went down because we didn't have the funds. And obviously I went into work. Decided to start making my own money. And then you know when you start making your own money, studying really goes like just out the window. And then from there I just carried on working. Yeah, I started waitering at a Spur, which is situated in town, past Durban Central. And then from there I became a manager and worked there for like 7 years. And then my accident happened. I was in a bike accident. I hit a railway line. And because it was raining, it was slippery. And then as my front wheel hit this railway line, I started losing control. And as I lost control, it's just from there, everything actually blacked out. I just remember like flipping off the bike. And then I remember just sliding on the ground for a few meters, quite a long few meters. The reason why that happened was because as I was falling, I was like holding onto the accelerator. And obviously the bike was going faster. And then yeah, sliding on the floor. And then I just said, bang. I thought maybe like an oncoming truck, like actually, or car or something hit into me. But then I realized that I just stopped. And my body actually slid and hit into the back of a stationary truck, an 18-wheeler truck. It hit me on the side. I hit onto the side of it from my side. And yeah, as I lay there, I was paralyzed instantly from the waist down. For most of the guys I play with, well, in my sport now, basketball, some of them have been born with this. So they actually come to terms with it very early in life. And they live with this disability. Whereas, like in my case, it was something hard, very difficult at first. But as time goes on, you get used to it. And it's a lot of therapy involved. I think it's all about, it's up here. I mean, if you lose it, your determination and, I mean, set yourself goals. You have to carry on in life. And that was and obviously I had a lot of support, my family, in-laws, friends. I'm actually grateful for that. That helped me a lot on my journey, and it still does. And I'm actually happy my wife actually stayed there by my side the whole way. She was actually there by my bedside like every single day, night. And yeah, and looking after Malika at the same time, and I'm really grateful for her. So yeah, she's been a very, very strong wife.
I met Carl in 2006. I was in grade 11 at Grosvenor Girls. Through his sister, we schooled together at Grosvenor. And then in 2013, we got married in January the 12th. And the same year, in November, that is actually when he had his accident. And from there, I think, you know, we were always in love, but it grew from there. We had a rough patch. It was very hard, I must say, but it brought us more together because I needed to be there for him.
Basketball took me some time to actually look for a sport. I actually wanted to go into basketball, like not really straight after my accident, because obviously I had my healing to get sorted out first and get used to living in this situation. I met a guy by the name of Supersport, and he actually introduced me into this game. And ever since there, it's just been quite a good sport. I really enjoy it. And yeah, I've actually achieved a lot in it as well.
Up until now, I have become more involved in wheelchair basketball simply because he was so distant every weekend for Supersport going away to Joburg. For whole weekends at a time, for week camps for SA team as well. So I decided to become a part of the team so that I could also come up to Joburg now and again and at least be more with him instead of apart from him all the time.
For me, there's no I in team sport. And when I'm surrounded by the guys that I'm surrounded by, they're good motivators. Especially our coach, our senior players. I mean, these are the type of guys that won't just let you play and do your own thing. They'll tell you what to do on the pitch. They'll motivate you, you get dedicated to the sport. And for me, when I'm surrounded by guys like this, I actually feel good that I'm doing something good in this team. And for me to be surrounded by them, sure, that's amazing. Especially to be surrounded by people with different disabilities as well. And the way they carry on with their disabilities. It's like